Hi friends, my name is Paige. Welcome back to my channel. So a while ago, probably a couple months ago at this point, I went to my local library because they were having a huge sale and I got a whole bunch of books. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. It made me very excited, so I don't see why it wouldn't make you very excited. And I found out that they have another sale in November, so I went with my grandma today and I'll show you the footage of that. And the reason why I do not look the same now as I do in the video is because when I got home, which wasn't that long ago, I just decided to heat up some potato soup and spilled it all over myself. So I look different, but it is the same day. Anyway, so I'm going to show you that footage now, and then when I come back, I'll show you the books that I got, which are over here.
Christine Jones.
Oh my goodness. Did you gallop?
He must have like a shop or something.
Huh?
You think maybe?
No, he didn't have a reader.
Wow.
Oh, it's...
These are all sold in the bag.
Wow. Someone bought all of these. I feel like I've seen this all before. Oh wow, check this out. That probably has nothing to do with Jack the Ripper.
No, I don't think so. It's an autograph.
You should get all the Twilights. Like,
Collection on my new...
no, but I mean like literally just like Twilight, just like get
No, yeah,
a bunch of the first book.
Yeah, just have a collection.
Yeah. That way you can like, Paige, you can have like an evangelistic like movement where you're just like handing out copies of Twilight. Oh.
Okay, so that was that experience. Mostly what was there this time was what was left behind last time, if that makes sense. Or at least it seemed that way. And of course with everybody, or the few people who bought like the entire collection of books in certain areas, that kind of made it harder to find things. But I still did find 5 really good books that I have been wanting for a while. So the first one I got was Velocity by Dean Koontz. So I've heard a few things about this book, and I've heard a lot of stuff about Dean Koontz. I just have never read him before, and I didn't really know where to start with him, but since I found this and it's in really good condition, I decided I might as well get it. So this is a mystery thriller horror, which I think is what Dean Koontz is known for, and it follows this like average guy named Bill or something, and he comes out to his car and finds a note under his windshield wiper, and it basically is an ultimatum note from a killer. So it asks him to make a decision, either if he goes to the police with the note and tries to get them involved, then a older woman will die, and if he doesn't do that, then a school teacher will die. So like basically it's like this killer is asking this random, just average guy to decide his next victims. So I guess from the synopsis, this keeps happening to Bill. I've seen this kind of like trope done before, if you want to call it that, in different mystery novels, but it's never been at like the forefront of the mystery exactly. It's kind of just been like a branch of the mystery, if that makes sense. Like, for example, in I'm Traveling Alone, there is sort of an ultimatum that's posed to a group of people deciding how and when a certain murder takes place. So I have seen that done before in different mystery novels, but never as like the main plot. Okay, so next up is another mystery thriller, and it is Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. I used to see this book all the time in Target, and I'd heard people talk about it. I just never really put it on like my to-die, have-to-read right now list. But since I found it, and it's not in terrible condition, the spine is pretty cracked as you can see, but it's honestly not terrible, and I figured might as well get it. The synopsis on this book is pretty vague, but basically I think it's about this couple, Jack and Grace. They seem to be this like perfect couple, but there's like these hidden elements that like suggest that maybe there is abuse happening, or like some sort of psychotic trap. I don't know. There's something wrong with the marriage. So like the catch line at the top is the perfect marriage or the perfect lie. Like I said, the synopsis is pretty vague, but it does sound interesting. Not sure when I'll get to it, but obviously it's not that big. It's like 350 pages. So if I ever do get to it, it won't take me that long to finish. Alright, so next up, and you might be surprised by this if you are not new to my channel, but I got the... I got the next two books in the Crazy Rich Asians series. I think it's a trilogy, so I think this is all the books there are. I think. Yeah. So I got China Rich Girlfriend and Rich People Problems. So if you watched any of the videos where I talked about Crazy Rich Asians, because I am not done with it and I kind of put it on hold for a while, I do enjoy the book. I really enjoyed the movie. It's a lot to undertake. And it's like not a really long book. That's not why it's hard to undertake. It's just that there's a lot of characters, a lot of moving parts, and when I started it, I wasn't ready for the commitment of it. However, since I found these two and they're in perfect condition, I figured, well, I'm gonna eventually finish Crazy Rich Asians, and I'm assuming I'm going to at least like it a little bit. And then if I really don't like it, then I will donate these. But I figured if I do like it, then why not get these two so that I have the full trilogy and I can finish it for super cheap. So that's why I got these, even though you might already know that I never finished the Crazy Rich Asians. So I guess I'll have to do that pretty soon now, or else I'll look like a fool for getting the entire trilogy. Okay guys, the last one that I have here, I was really excited to find. I found it in the hardback section that is kind of at the back. It's like a mysterious section. And it is The Ruins by Scott Smith. I have been wanting this book for a really long time, and I found it in perfect condition, hardback, and I was just really excited about it. I think there is a movie based off the book, and I enjoyed the movie from what I remember, but I don't think it can compare to the book knowing what I know about people's reviews. And basically this book follows a group of 4 friends who are like vacationing in Mexico, and they go off on this kind of like hike to visit Mayan ruins, and they're kind of like warded off by these like Mayan villagers or just like people as they approach the ruins, but like they don't listen, and they get like ensnared by this weird like these weird plants. Not really sure how to describe it, but the plants are like alive, and they're like carnivorous. I don't know. It's a really interesting concept, and that's why it's been on my TBR for so long. Not sure why it took me this long to buy it, but I'm glad I did wait because I got a really good deal. So we'll probably pick this up pretty soon, because I remember when I watched the movie, because I was craving it. I just didn't have the book yet. I remember while I was watching it thinking, wow, this would be really good in book form, because I just want so much more from this story. I want so much more from these characters, and yeah, so now I have it. Yeah, so those are the 5 books that I got while I was at the library. Not as big of a haul as I got last time, but like I said, if you were interested in seeing that video, definitely click the link. It was crazy. It was the best time of my life. And of course, I was still very happy with what I got today, because I was feeling discouraged when I first went in because of all the people, and I almost didn't get anything, but then kind of like pushing my way through, and I got what I wanted, and I found some really good things. So my grandma also got some DVDs and stuff. She got like a book of Native American legends, which is really interesting. I'd like to look through that when I go over her house again. But she also got some young adult books for my little cousin, which I hope she enjoys, because I helped pick them out, and I hope they are age appropriate, which is really hard to tell. I don't know if any of you are parents or if any of you buy books for younger kids, but it's really difficult to evaluate a book not having read it, just going solely based off of like synopses and reviews. It's really difficult, so I hope I did okay with that. I guess we'll see how she likes them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this kind of like sequel to my library shopping video, and I think next time I go to a library sale, I will go to one maybe either out of state or just sort of farther away to see what their selection is. And yeah, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you back here again soon.